grilled chicken salad with ginger and soy.
I'm going to make a dressing, which is also a marinade. So it's a bit of a twofer because I'm going to marinate the chicken before I cook it. So I start off with a bowl, and into that bowl, I put a ton of fresh chopped ginger. Next, I add a little salt, a little sriracha. I've got some sesame oil. I'm sure I tasted that in Wolfgang salad. That little bit of sweetness from hoisin as well. So I'm adding that into. Then I've got some more. This is just the peanut oil. So I add that. And then quite a good amount of soy, right? So you add all of those ingredients, you whisk that together, and that becomes the marinade, which is also the base for the vinaigrette. So, you know me, I'm always looking for ways to save time. So what I do is I take that out, get my chicken breast, and I'm going to take a couple of tablespoons of that marinade and pour it straight over my chicken. Now, you can let that sit for half an hour. You can let it sit for an entire day. Of course, the longer it sits in the marinade, the more flavor you're going to get. The one thing that you'll notice, you don't need to cook it on a very high heat because the soy sauce will give you lots and lots of color, which is awesome because it gives you that sort of really rich and depth of flavor. So next I take my vinegar and my scallions. So it's a red wine vinegar and the green onions. So whisk those together. Now over here, I've got some Napa cabbage and some carrots. You can cut it with a knife. You can do it on a mandolin, or you can use one of these fancy little peelers. But I'm just going to go ahead, take those beautiful sort of shoestring or matchstick kind of julienne cut, mix that with my Napa cabbage. Same with my scallions. So again, this time I'll just grab a knife and I'll cut this on a pretty extreme bias so you get a little length. Then your next job is just to dump that dressing, save a little bit back, but maybe 3/4 of it goes in. You can toss that around like this. You can go ahead, pile this up high, and look, you see how we've already got the color on that chicken.
Gorgeous.
I'm going to turn it. Isn't that gorgeous? So we'll turn it one more time, but of course I cheated and I cooked some ahead of time. I've let it cool because you don't want it to wilt your salad too much. Right. So I just slice mine up just like this. So literally just pick that up and just pop it all over your gorgeous Napa cabbage like that. And then a bit more of your dressing. I've got slithered almonds going over the top. I've got some black and white sesame seeds, some beautiful cilantro over the top of that. Last little drizzle of your dressing. And Wolfgang, I don't know whether I've done you proud or not, but I tell you what, your salad's amazing. Mine's not bad either. I don't know if my wife will like it more than yours, Wolfgang, but I think it's pretty good.
Okay, so the recipe that I wish I wrote myself is Wolfgang Puck's Chinese chicken salad.
You know, a lot of people take off the skin. I love it with the skin on.
The first time I heard about your Chinese chicken salad was through someone I work with, and she said it was the best Chinese chicken salad that she'd ever had.
This is our Napa cabbage.
Then I spoke to my wife. We'd just met, and she told me one of her favorite things in the world was Wolfgang Puck's Chinese chicken salad. So I thought, I've got to have this salad.
Radicchio, beautiful spicy cress, a little touch of salt, some fresh ground pepper. I'm gonna add the chicken to it. The important part is the dressing. So the rice wine vinegar, ginger vinegar, peanut oil, cashews, mustard, a little touch of honey. So it makes it tangy, a little sweet and spicy.
So I went with her to your restaurant, and sure enough, it's amazing, delicious. It's just the perfect balance.
We finish it with some crispy wonton.
Wolfgang, I like my wife to talk about my food, and she talks more about yours than mine, which makes me a little jealous.
I learned French technique in some of the best restaurants, but I was always excited about the flavor of China, Southeast Asia, Japan. So I tried to marry all these flavors with my French technique, and that's how it happened.
I came up with one. It's a grilled chicken salad with ginger and soy. I don't know if it's as good as yours or not.
As they say, imitation is the best form of flattery.
Yours is wonderful. It's very inspirational, and I'm very thankful that I got to try it, even though my wife talks about it ad nauseam.
And courteous, for the right amount of money, I will send you the recipe.